What's the deal, man? It's the boy Dwayne McClain at Dwayne McClain TV. Back again with another video, man. Like, comment, and subscribe. Apologize for the lack of the videos lately. I've been trying to go live, trying to keep things flowing. You know, I had writers, small writer's block. Gotta just come up with content. This is the time where the edited content comes into play, where we put out the videos we're editing. So when times are slow like this, as y'all know, I'm gonna be expecting some edits. Probably will be having the Nelly breakdown out. I know I'm waiting on that. We also working on another breakdown. Somebody said they wanted the beard and the bald face correlation going on. I do think there is something going on in hip hop. As I'm making the video, it's kind of harder than I thought it would be, because there's not a lot of guys who have a pure bald face. But a lot of the guys who started out had bald faces, and then later on in their career had full beards out of nowhere. There's no stubble nowhere, like Jeezy, Yo Gotti, Gucci, Eminem. The complete bald face is where these beards come from. You know what I'm saying? Usually at some time in their career, we'll see a beard somewhere. Whole career. Not every guy can grow a beard. I can't grow one. It's about as far as my stuff grows. I get little patches here and there. But anyways, it's not the point of the video. The point of the video is about Anthony Edwards, man. This is a terrible situation. I hate that it's getting praised, and I'm going to speak out against this. I do not like it. I hate the fact that he's getting praised for being a coward, for running away from his responsibility, for not being a real man and stepping up to the plate and handling his business. You know, I think this is very, very distasteful for the black community, and lack of fatherhood and lack of male leadership has plagued the black community for years. You laid down with that woman, you didn't pull out. Nobody told you to go out and have sexual intercourse. Nobody told you that. Unprotected sexual intercourse. Now, we will get to the next level, the Dwayne McClain level of it, after I make my topic of lack of fatherhood in the communities. Now, you made that baby. You could have wore a condom. You could have pulled out, but you didn't. So you need to step up to the plate and raise it. I think paying child support is not it. And I've seen him get a lot of praise online. That's my issue, of a lot of guys who want to step away from responsibility and leave it all on the woman. Then y'all want to know why black men have such a bad rep. Because you're paying child support, that means you raise a child. That means you're going to raise a boy without male leadership. You're going to raise a boy growing, I don't know if it's a boy or a girl, but raise a child without any male leadership, any father. And it's also going to be damaging. All y'all know is a baby. This baby is going to grow up to be a full adult one day, and they're going to know they didn't have a father that loved them, right? And this is going to come in where, this is where stepdaddies come in. And the internet right now is downing men who raise other men's children, because men are deadbeats. Now, if there's a father in the life, cool, you ain't got to step in. But when you got a situation like this, stepdads come into place. Now, I will raise Anthony Edwards' children with a smile on my face, because that's NBA genes. You know what I'm saying? I myself, I'm not one into raising other men's kids, because I have my own children. You know what I'm saying? And I don't, but if I did meet a girl that I liked and I loved and I had feelings for and I got along with, man, that dog loud, man. I'm trying to record, man. Loud dog. Dog loud. I gotta, hold up. Cut the car on so I can get some AC in here. Dog loud, man. Dude out here selling dogs. Nobody gonna buy them dogs. Dogs expensive. Why I want to be into them beasts anyway? A dog eats its own feces. A dog is nothing but a demonic being. But there's some good things with dogs. I don't want to talk about dogs. Some good things. There's some good things with dogs. I would never have one because I had a bad childhood with dogs. All right. So Anthony Edwards is getting praised for this, and men are praising him because they're just deadbeats, and we should not praise this. Every day we should call Anthony Edwards a deadbeat father. That child's going to grow up without their father. Now, stepdads come into place in this part, because you do need some type of male guidance in your life to show you how to handle situations differently. I am thankful Dwayne McClain, my father, is still there. Yes, my dad's name is Dwayne McClain as well. He spells his differently. Mine's D-O-N-E. He's W-A-Y-N-E. We're two different Dwaynes, same Dwaynes though. He's a great man, excellent man. I'm so happy he's in my life. I can't imagine my life without him. I took it for granted growing up, because I let what him and my mom had going on interfere with me and his relationship. Me and my father have a great relationship now. We talk 3 to 4 times a week. I love him. He's like a homeboy to me now. Great. I'm so thankful to have my father in my life. I call him for advice. He's a very, very patient man. And just to see how a man handles situations is a great example of how to handle things when you grow up. Because you see how your mom handles situations is different than how your father would. The father's a lot, unless you have these emotional dads out here. Still, a man shows you things just by his presence. My father's presence alone showed me to always have a car, always have my own crib. As a man, I always have a car, always have my own crib, always have a job. My dad always had those 3 things. Always had a hustle going on. My father's an amazing man. Now, does he have his flaws? Yes. Do my mama hate his guts? Hate his guts. Does he have his flaws? Yes. He's not perfect. He's perfect in my eyes. Now, look how many kids that we are growing up without fathers because we are praising this type of behavior from Anthony Edwards. Like, this is cool. Oh, he paid his child support. He told her he don't have the baby. This red pill stuff is destroying the internet, and this is red pill is a CIA operation to destroy the black community, to destroy relationships, and to also cause division. And it's also a way to keep more taxes and to make it harder for the worker to be successful. You are more successful when you are in a happily marriage and you have two incomes in the household. Me and the girl right now got together. My $100,000 a year, her $70,000 a year is $170,000 in there. Am I making $100,000 a year? No, y'all. I'm close to it. I'm like 85. Who knows? But anyways, got a lot of bills though. So I don't know y'all be thinking Dwayne McClain got money. Got a lot of bills. Put myself in a lot of bad situations. And we'll talk about that later on what not to do as a man. You know what I'm saying? But I got a lot of advice for y'all. And this is the beauty of having a man and a father around. This young girl is going to grow up without a father because Anthony Edwards is a deadbeat. And a lot of men are praising this. I have no idea why people are praising it. It's that red pill nonsense. You can't keep telling a woman to get an abortion. Abortion does a lot of mental to the woman as well. Stop being selfish, man. Stop trying to tell a girl to get an abortion. It doesn't. Now, if you got it, she's down for it, cool. Some women have an abortion, pop, it doesn't do nothing to them. I know several women who've had abortions and it bothers them on a personal level. You know, they're like, dang, I shouldn't have did that. You know, some women, they are cool to up until it's time for the abortion. They have it, then they regret it. You know, so it's damaging across the board. So all these men, oh, I told her to have an abortion. She didn't listen to me, so it's her fault. No, it's your fault for laying down and having sex in the first place. Guys, we don't have to have sex. I always say, cool, bust a nut. But if you're going to have sex, be an adult and take what comes with it. Now, if it does come with it, the girl doesn't have the baby. Say I'm in a situation where I get a girl pregnant. I'm not at a point right now where I want a child. I would love to have a child, but I'm not in a position to where I need to have a kid. I work too much. I got the children I have now, and I'm trying to make time for them. And it's a brand new baby. You need to be there 24/7. So if I was to get a girl pregnant right now, which I'm very, very responsible, I know how to pull out, I wear protection, and I choose not to have sex if I know I'm gonna be tired or something like that. And plan Bs, hey, I might slip up. So if I was to have a baby, I would step up to the plate and be a father. I wouldn't just say, hey, I'm gonna put my child support on do this kid. I'm a scared coward. I love to be in a child's life. I love to see where I'm at with them. I would raise Anthony Edwards NBA genes with a smile on my face because these kids having genetics works out a lot. I don't have athletic genetics. I've seen guys in high school who had athletic genetics. Their dad was a track star. His dad was a track star. So ladies, be careful who you make your babies with. You know what I'm saying? My dad's a hardworking man. I'm a hardworking man. Clay's a worker, blue collar. So I'm exactly who my father is. A little bit of my mom, got my mom's hustle mentality. And both my parents got good work ethic. So I'll raise the baby happily. But and let's go on to the Dwayne McClain side of it. The Dwayne McClain side of it is that why you think rappers and entertainers sleep with the same women? These women are handlers who are trained to groom these entertainers for celebrity status. And the baby be their payment. She just got $1 million and entitled to his estate when he dies, meaning she made her bloodline more powerful. Why do you think these women have these babies with these entertainers so easily? Have a baby with Wayne, Drake, Future. I'm just throwing out names. Not saying it happened that way. Just throwing out names. Suge Knight had an interview. I don't know what channel it was on, but he did have an interview where he talked about this. Babyface and Eddie Murphy has the same wife. Eddie Murphy married her first and Babyface married her first. I'm thinking they went that way, but I do know they share the same woman. This woman was trained to be with homosexual entertainers and to groom them for Hollywood. So she was there to keep them from their urges and to keep it on the way. Same thing with Kanye West. Why do you think Kim K went around with all these entertainers? She was a handler. Keep grooming these men for entertainment status, right? So this woman was with Anthony Edwards for a short period of time. That's 2 to 3 months of training. Right now, if you want to go train with Akeem Olajuwon, you want to act in school with Leonardo DiCaprio, it's only 4 to 5 months. You're going to have to pay a lot of money. Same thing with these women. These women are handlers. She handled little baby. And then also, they get full right of the child to traffic the child. Am I saying this little girl Anthony Edwards has is going to get trafficked? I hope not. But 9 times out of 10, these women who are entertainers, they do that with these NBA players. This is the NBA's player payment to being famous. You have to pay for fame. So meaning you have to bring this child in, the child comes in, now gets grown up and groomed by this lady who's trained by who knows what she got her training from. And I'm shooting off the hip. I'm not saying this is 100% correct. I'm not saying that at all. It could be she's just a regular thought who got pregnant. But in most cases, this is why you see entertainers sleep with the same woman. These women are handlers. They are here to groom the player, to groom them, and the baby be their payment. So yeah, she just got $1 million, got entitled to estate, got entitled to all of this stuff. And let's also talk about the image that it shows off and how many other men are going to justify not raising their kids because an NBA player didn't raise his. People are followers. Everybody's a follower. I'm a follower. You're a follower. Even a leader has to follow at one point. Nobody. Some people are born natural born leaders, but the human is made to copy. If you put a baby in the woods right now, he's not going to know how to speak, walk, and talk. He's going to grunt because a human is a copier. You copy your parents, you copy something. Now imagine these women who have these children who are thoughts, who have very bad lifestyles, who raise these kids up. The kids are going to copy that lifestyle and they're going to grow up and continue to cause this. Most of the entertainers we have and celebrities right now, parents are part of some type of, the parents are what used to be celebrities, or one was some part of in the entertainment industry. So these kids are groomed to be a certain way, to be famous. So they're going to be grooming the next stars for fame, right? So this is always going to send out a bad image for a lot of men to justify to not raising their child. You men, y'all better raise y'all kids. Y'all got to stop being deadbeats. Y'all got to stop allowing these children to grow up without fathers because it's easier on your life. It's going to pay for it. You're going to pay for it. God forgive them, for they do not know what they do. A lot of people are going to go to hell and don't know why they went to hell. They don't know why they're going to it. They're like, why am I going to hell? I forgot. I think it's Luke something 34 when Jesus was on the cross and he died. It's my favorite scripture because I do notice a lot of people are just naive to their issues. They don't know when they're being selfish. They don't know. And it's like, God, you have to forgive them because they just don't know. But do these men still need to be forgiven? No. This is the issue in the black community right now because we allow this stuff. In the white community, if a white guy did this, he would be shunned. An Asian person did this, he will lose something. Black people, we gain it. You know how many homeboys I got who don't raise their kids and they get around me, I call them out on it. Hey, you still being a deadbeat? Still not raising kids? You still not handling your responsibilities? They like to come around me because I'm always being a starter, an ish starter. I'm always bringing the fire, and I'll take what comes with it. As a man, this is what we're supposed to do. Police our brothers up. Go raise your kids. Anthony Ayers is going to regret this, and I hope we all can boycott this. I hope the video gets to him. I hope the video goes viral, because I'm tired of this happening in our communities and kids being raised without fathers simply because men do not want the responsibility of taking care of their kids. We just dump it off on the woman. It's like willy-nilly, so easy. Dump it off on the kid. Dump it off on the woman. Dump it off on the woman. Then wonder why these women are dating women. Then wonder why these women hate black men. Then wonder why these women are dating white men. Our race has, and it's also making our race look very bad. We already got the stigma. We don't raise our kids. A group of boys grew up without their dads being incarcerated. And it happened a lot. You wonder why it happened a lot growing up? Because nobody held men accountable. We all put it on the woman. Oh, it's her fault why he left. It's her fault why. No, it's not. It's not. Now, I did talk to a few guys from back in the day on why they didn't raise their kids. He said back in the 90s, and 2000s, in the 80s, it was different. The woman would win in court automatically and would get rights over the kids, and you couldn't see your kid, so they made it difficult. Women had more power back then. He said, you guys going to court getting joint custody and actually getting that was unheard of. I said that's still excuses, because if you have a child, you still have to fight for it. And they always talked about the money issue of it. He said the pricing of joint custody never changed. He said it's still $150. $150 back in the day, making $9 an hour is different than for you making $17 an hour. He said it's a lot different. He said, but a lot of men today are taking care of their kids, and there's a lot more fathers out there now raising their children, and they want to stop that. They want to go back. I'm a single father. I got full custody of my son. I got another homeboy, he got full custody of his son. His daughter, I got another guy, he has full custody of all 4 of his kids. And this is a positive thing I'm seeing. The issue that's going on is these kids are now being raised without mothers. Like right now, my son needs his mom. I tell his mom, he needs you. He needs to know what it's like to be loved, right? Because I come in the house and I mean, man, get the heck out of my face, man. And one day, I had to catch myself just being mean to him. I know this is where mom comes in. I was cooking food. I said, man, fix your own GD plate. Fix your own plate. Go ahead. I ain't about to fix your daggone plate and bring it to you. What do you think I am? I seen his head get down like, oh man, I messed up. You know what I'm saying? But that's just me being a man. Man, I ain't about to fix your daggone plate, man. Cook, eat. And you about to learn how to cook your own food. You about to be a grown boy. You about to be 14. I'm about to keep cooking for you every day. but a mom's a nurturer. A mom would have cooked his food, brought him his plate. Kids need that nurturing love, that care, somebody there. As a father, we're that stern. Both parents are needed to raise a kid. That's why you should make a child in marriage. All this bastard children we're making, all this out of wedlock stuff we're doing is wrong. I was wrong for making my kids out of wedlock and making my kids so young, but I was young, naive, and I was moving too fast. And I want you young men to not do the same thing. Even if you're making a child in your 40s, I'd rather you make a child when a union relationship where you're comfortable and financially stable than go out and just making a baby willy-nilly to where you want to put all the responsibility on a woman. It causes a lot. That's why women are stressed out. That's why women are having suicide rates. That's why kids are growing up so many issues and traumatic experiences because fathers and unions not there, all right? We're just having a bunch of sex. We need to stop all this sex having, man. I have a lot of sex, but I'm responsible. If you're going to have a lot of sex and you're addicted to sex, go call somebody, go get help, you know what I'm saying? Or pull out, wear a condom, plan Bs, use contraceptives, all right? Is nothing wrong with strapping up? I strap up, you know what I'm saying? In my later years in life, I strap up a lot more than I used to. I used to always go raw and always take risks. I don't do that in my life no more. I go get tested. I'm way more responsible than I was in my 20s when it comes to dealing with women. And I want the same thing for my guys. Guys, do not be like Anthony Edwards. Do not be a deadbeat father, and child support is not raising a kid. Child support is a bare minimum. We want to be there in our child's lives. We want to call and speak to our children. We want to give them a presence. They want to hear our voice. They got to hear our energy. They got to see our energy. They got to know what it's like to handle an issue. We got to bring them around us so they can see what it's like as a man. They got to understand that when they go out in society, they're going to be around men and women. They're going to be around men and women. So your job is to give them that idea, to give them that example what it's like to be around a man and how to handle a man is different than a woman. You're going to have emotional boys and emotional girls. When a woman's alone with the kids, they just spaz out. The man is there to calm stuff down. The man balances the woman out, the woman balances the man. It's all about balance. We need each other, man. All this, I don't need a man, I don't need a woman, this red pill stuff is really destroying society. And this stuff about women, feminism, red pill is the equivalent of feminism. It makes us not want women and be around women. It makes us hate them. All right? So that's all I got to say on this topic, man. Support them, McClain, Dwayne McClain TV. Everybody should be safe. I'm out.